You know, mommy always does things best, and that's why we have Mommy's Best Game, so you know it's gotta be good. I'm here with Nathan Fouts, who is the producer, the director, and like everything for this, from what I imagine, right?
I'm also the trash collector too.
Oh, trash collector, like the janitor and stuff?
Yeah, janitor, I'm a cook. Oh, no, that's not true, my wife's the cook.
Part-time singer?
Yeah, exactly. I actually do the all the design, the programming, the sound effects, and the art for our games.
Wow.
We license out, contract out the music, but everything else, yeah.
Now, from when I was looking at your website, you worked on a whole lot of games before you came out here. What was it like to jump from like Postal to Ratchet & Clank and then just to go into the indie field?
Well, I mean, it was pretty scary. I worked at Insomniac Games before, and I worked on Resistance: Fall of Man, and like designed and programmed the weapons for that game. And then I worked on Ratchet & Clank: Future Tools of Destruction and did the bosses. And so Insomniac's a fantastic studio, and they're really big and nice and comfy. And they have tons of money, but at the time, yeah, job security. But at the time, there was Live Arcade was just starting up, and so Geometry Wars was just showing that wow, people will actually buy digital games. So that's when I kind of decided, hey, I'm gonna try this out on our own. That's when we created Weapon of Choice as our first game, and that's it's won in Dreamboat Play Contest in 2008. It came out on Community Games as a launch title. It's since been honored in the Guinness Book of World Records as one of the most important run-and-gun shooters that you must play. So we gotten a lot of good critical press, and yeah, we've been going from there.
Cool. I'm curious about the art style. Like, what did you use to like make the? How do you like just make random sketches and then try and see how you can paint it all together on the computer, or do you like have it?
Well, we've been I've been evolving my art for the games. So on Weapon of Choice, it was literally drawings in my big sketchbook that I would take scans of and then put them into Photoshop and color them from there. Because I just thought it'd be really neat to have this kind of feel of like sketchbook images moving around. But since then, with Grapple Buggy, our new game, I moved it more to like sort of a painterly look, and just because I like doing oil painting in my spare time, and so yeah. And then Shoot1UP, I've done kind of more like a little bit like a harder line look to it. So I just kind of like trying things out.
Yeah, what were your inspirations for the gameplay behind Grapple Buggy?
Oh yeah, I mean Grapple Buggy is funny. Blaster wasn't first in my mind, but I definitely had it in mind. But it wasn't first there. I just love grappling hook mechanics. And I really wanted to explore like new mechanics that are fun, not just kind of just stick with the digital feel. And a lot of games, like they'll have like a zip line, they'll call it a grappling hook, but it's like really just kind of zips you to a wall or something. Yeah. So I wanted like the most badass, insane, controllable, organic, weird grappling hook. And so basically in Grapple Buggy, you can connect to a wall, lift your buggy, this giant hulking buggy off the ground, but then flex the cord and lift yourself and pull yourself around on top of things. You can swing around in any direction, so you got a lot of control on it.
Now, I'm curious how large Grapple Buggy is. It looks like, because you've been working on this for a while now, since the original style, and you even actually released another game, Shoot1UP, in between these two games. I was surprised to have that announced and come out before Grapple Buggy did. So how big of a scope is Grapple Buggy?
It's going to be a pretty sizable game. It's not going to be entirely massive, but we are making it bigger since it's been announced, and we're working to bring it to Xbox Live Arcade. Right now, it's say a couple hours in length. But it's going to get, we're adding more content, so it's going to be bigger than that. But the other interesting part is the story significantly branches the game itself, so you actually go into different areas. Similar to Weapon of Choice, yeah. I mean, not exactly the same, but yeah, definitely similar. And the story's going to change, and the levels will change. And because of that, you could replay it. So say it takes you 5 or 6 hours to beat, but then the next time you play it, you play it a whole other time. It takes you 3 hours, but like it was significant, fun, new stuff.
Do you need to go so fast?
Are you serious?
Despite this treachery, the Drozo have honorably decided to uphold their agreement with the humans.
You see, it's hostile. It's trying to kill us off.
It is a creator of life on this world. Maybe
The Grapple Buggy, I don't want to just pad it out with a bunch of. We could do that.
We can pad up with lots of boring levels if we wanted to.
I mean, just repeat stuff. We could do that, but I'm, hopefully that's like to have the story kind of tied into it. That's where we're trying to make it like, actually every part of it's interesting. So, yeah.
And when can we expect to see Grapple Buggy finally come out? Because I know you have to bring it to Xbox Live Arcade if you're going to try to with, was it Mega Blitz Games? Or
Blitz? Yeah, Blitz Studios. They got a 1UP program that helps independent developers like ourselves. And hopefully, they want to help us bring it to Live Arcade. But because of that, since we're really small, it just takes me a while to do everything. And so we're looking at possibly another year or so before it can come out. So what we got on now at PAX East here is a gameplay preview. The story's removed from it and everything, but it just kind of gives everybody a feel for the mechanics and hopefully gets them excited about it. So.
Yeah, I got to play that earlier today.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Good.
And before we go, what can you say is the most unique, best thing about working on independent from working in another company?
Oh, sure. I mean, like if you work at another company, basically you're beholden to working on their ideas. And so when you do independent, you hopefully are independent and you can do your own thing. And everybody should just try to take advantage of that. They get to make their own cool games and speak their mind. All
right.
So yeah.
And you can play Mommy's Best Games currently out, Shoot 1UP, and Weapon of Choice right now on Xbox Live Indie Games.